You are listening to Nightcast, the official podcast of the Nightwing 01 channel. That song never gets old. So, how's everybody doing today? We will be talking about the Batman Ninja movie, the woes of YouTube, and whatever else I feel like talking about. Welcome to Nightcast. So, the first podcast in a long time, since YouTube is going back to archaic ways of the old, so will I, and not many know I actually got my start in radio. So, this is kind of like riding a bicycle for me again. And this podcast will be happening once a week here on the 01 channel. Today's main topics are, of course, the Batman Ninja movie and what has been going on with me. I've been gone for almost a month. Things have been kind of at a standstill on this channel, and I do apologize for that, but it's kind of out of my hands at the moment, and that's all thanks to YouTube. Now, if a lot of you don't know what's going on with YouTube, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Some of it is not very cool. One thing in particular, the yellow tags of death, as I call it, or a lot of people call it the demonetization or the non-family friendly stuff, getting that placed on your videos is actually kind of like a Walking Dead zombie type thing for your videos. And to see it in action a lot, you can head over to kNIGHTWING's Let's Plays, where I release about 4 to 5 videos a day. And a lot of them are tagged with the non-advertiser friendly. So what happens when this occurs? Well, actually the video pretty much slowly dies. So even if you in turn get your video back from the non-advertiser friendly, YouTube has basically penalized you and removed that ability for the video to thrive in the search engine, be seen by your subscribers. Actually, only about 5% of your audience can be seen. Now, because I upload so many videos, I do make it past YouTube's firing squad every once in a while. Case in point, Power Ranger Samurai Episode 1, which was probably our 90th upload during the month. We do about 200 uploads over on that channel. It got past the YouTube death squad, and I'm happy to say that it has 50,000 views. So it is possible. It takes a long time, but that is what normal growth of a channel looks like. So YouTube, that's on you. And the rest of the videos, I mean, sometimes I erase them, and other times, you know, I don't know, whatever I can get for them, I get for them. But that's basically been happening here a lot more on the 01 channel. No matter what I release, whether it is a Batman video, a Batman review, Batman comic book, I get the yellow tag of death, or I get a copyright claim, which means I earn bumpkis on the video, which is why I haven't really been releasing content on this channel the past month. So I really feel bad about that, and I thought I would come clean and tell you guys at the start of this podcast. So that's what happened. In some good news, one of the laptops that we were using and I was planning on junking, I kind of made it the announcement on Twitter a little while ago, my wife's laptop, where she made most of the art, like this cool thumbnail and stuff like that. Basically, it died during a storm of some kind, and I didn't know that we actually had a warranty on it, because I was just like, okay, we're just going to junk the laptop and whatever, you know, cut our losses, maybe try to buy it again around Christmas or something. But it turns out I had a 3-year warranty on it, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, that's kind of awesome. So I was on the phone with them yesterday, and they told me, yeah, we're going to send you a package, and you'll be able to get things straight away with that, and within some time in May, after you send us the thing at the end of April, you'll get the laptop back in about like 10 to 12 business days. So when that happens, I'm going to be back up and running full 100% again, because I actually used that laptop to record clips of doing movie and cartoon reviews, which is kind of what became a staple on this channel, even though, you know, I hardly ever made a cent on them because of all the copyright claims. And just so we can put this out in the open, I do have permission from Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network to do reviews of their properties, whether it be movies, TV shows, whatever. This is YouTube's doing, and they don't like it either. But I mean, if YouTube says I don't get paid for it, I don't get paid for it. So we'll have to work in something else like Patreon or something else. But I actually finished my Batman Ninja review, but I can't upload it. I tried the other day, and it had the yellow tags, and just today it had the copyright claim. And I've spent about 60 hours on that video, recording footage on my other laptop, which didn't really come out the best, but I did the best I could. Getting the soundtrack, doing all this other stuff, making like this visual masterpiece that YouTube is not going to let go on the internet, and I'm not going to do it for nothing, so I'm not releasing it. That's how I stick it to YouTube. But this does make me kind of upset a little bit. But there's really not much I can do about it unless you guys can find an option. I've done Daily Motion, I've done other video sites in the past, and Twitch is a no-go because I'm not partnered over there. But enough belly aching from me. I just, I'm back. This podcast is going to be happening once a week. It's going to cover pretty much the same format of what the Game Nights podcast was back in the day. We'll be talking video games, comic books, movies, except instead of, another co-host, it'd just be me. So I'm sorry, but we might do some fun little skits. I've been kind of messing around with one in the recourses of my mind, so I thought it might be kind of fun to do a traffic report with Bane. So why don't we go see what the traffic's like over in Gotham today? Yeah, hi Bane. Can you tell us what's going on in Gotham today? Sounds terrible out there.
Oh, yes. Well, the traffic here in Gotham is terrible today. I'm actually stuck and not happy. But back to you, K-Wing in the studio.
So yeah, just little things like that. It's just kind of fun to mess around with the different sound effects and stuff you can do with radio, which I used to have like a mixing board and all this other stuff. So I just have a basic setup right now. I plan on investing more into this podcast idea, so I hope you guys will stick around for that. But anyway, one little idea that I had, and I noticed a lot of YouTubers have been doing this, is Patreon. And let me just say that with Patreon, when I originally did it, it was kind of a joke, and I feel bad about that. I was kind of making fun of some of my friends who were making thousands off Patreon, and I just thought it was kind of ridiculous since YouTubers and content creators, 2 years ago, were able to make an income based on video views, monetization, all that other stuff. And in the past year and a half, it's really spiraled down to if you don't have a working Patreon, then you're going to be off the platform soon because you can't count on YouTube and Google anymore. And it's kind of sad that it's come to this. I mean, I remember when YouTube was about you, the creator, and you had so much you could create and so much that you could do. And now it feels like YouTube is stifling the creator, and they're moving more with their YouTube television thing, and they're working with celebrities and the talk show hosts and all this other stuff. So it's a very different platform than when I came on board back in like 2007, 2006, way, way back when. And back when copyright didn't really exist and everybody was just stealing from one another. Now they're going to have like new plagiarism things. Like if you use another YouTuber's clips that are not yours or whatever, they can give full claim to that video. So this is going to hurt people that do like reactions or people who do like drama on other YouTubers. If you use their footage, you're essentially screwed. So I mean, I don't really understand what's going to go on with the platform. So I was talking with Amber about this, and I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers have a Patreon where videos are locked and they're uploaded. Even my friend Larry does this. Cool, Larry, hello. And I have other friends that do this as well. And I would put it at the lowest tier because, if I could get 1,000 people over there to watch a brand new video and you just pay like the dollar to do the tier program, I know that I will get something for my efforts for that video, whatever it is. I mean, it'd be awesome if 10,000 people could go over, Then I'd be set for months. But I'm not expecting that. So the reason why I'm really adamant about like people who work being paid for what they do is when I was a journalist way back in the day, and I'm kind of semi-retired now, but I remember working for different publications and blog sites, and I'm not going to name names because I still have a pretty good relationship with a lot of these companies that I no longer am associated with. We left on good terms and all that fun stuff. But in the early days, when people were just starting out and we were moving into video production at these different sites, they would think it'd be cool to hire contractors or other people to do a series of videos for very little money. I'm talking like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks. So anyway, I was so eager to make something on the internet because way back then the internet was not a place where you could go and do a lot with income, right? It wasn't sustainable. You couldn't do anything with it. So I jumped at the opportunity to do like 5 games for $250 for the entire month. And I would just happily go and I'd do it. I'd follow the deadlines for when the videos needed to be up. It was crazy. And looking back, I was an idiot because I think I ended up in the hospital a few times because of like pure exhaustion because of the deadlines and getting the videos up. But it was really hard, especially Final Fantasy 13. Two different sites I worked for expected me to do two different walkthrough guides. So I had to write completely different scripts. I believe I got the help of Kyle from RPG reviews like back in the day. He helped me with one of the scripts because it needed to be different than what I did. And that was actually kind of a pain that, companies would have me do that. And eventually I was able to become a YouTube partner because of my friend Total Biscuit at the time. And because he was doing WoW Radio and he got into YouTube and I kind of got in on his coattails and stuff like that. Joined Maker Studios and you guys know the rest. And, so the Patreon thing, I think I've always been looking at it kind of like wrong. And I'm going to change that. But I'm going to have to rework stuff because, like I said, it was a joke. I did it to kind of tease certain friends of mine and stuff like that. And I had crazy tiers. One tier, this is a funny story, was I will read your kid a bedtime story. I'm not kidding. I will read your kid a bedtime story if you give me like 35 bucks or something like that. One guy, he really did pay me. And I'm thinking, okay, I even contacted the guy. I'm like, I'm going to refund you because this is a joke account. I'm not expecting, I make plenty on YouTube and Google. I don't need this. And he was like adamant. He was like, no, 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 I paid for this. I really want you to read my kid a bedtime story. And I'm like, okay. So he sends me this thing that he said his kid wrote. I do the story. I send the MP3 player, and the family was like so excited that kWing read their son a bedtime story. And then after that, I was just kind of like, every time people do it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it again because, I mean, this was a joke and I could get into serious trouble. It could be viewed as kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? You know? And it was fun to do it, but it also, just so that guy knows, it took me about probably 3 hours to get a good 15-minute take where, I was reading in character and like doing all this stuff. I had fun with it, but it was a lengthy project. And I did do one voicemail for somebody, and I think they actually had a relative call them when I did that, so it confused people. But I mean, I do crazy things all the time. I'm a very creative person. It's one of the gifts of ADD and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm going to be using the platform where I will release a review that I really, really want to do, and I know that YouTube is going to claim all my proceeds, whether or not I have permissions or not, they don't care. But that way, you guys won't be punished. You'll be able to watch the video, and also you'll be supporting me, and I think that's the route that we're going to go. I'm also going to be opening up a Discord again, although it's going to be different, and I will be searching for interns and people that want to help and learn about YouTube. I'll be sharing my knowledge and working with a select group of people this summer. So if you guys want to do that, it's not a paid position, it's an internship. But I will gladly work with a bunch of people and show them the ropes and show you how YouTube is really done, hopefully. So if people are interested in that, we have that. But anyway, I think I spent enough time on this stuff. So we're actually going to move right into my thoughts on Batman Ninja. So, what can I say about Batman Ninja? The movie was actually really cool. My only problems with it is during parts of the film, they tend to change visual styles. So if you guys remember the Gotham Knight video with Kevin Conroy, how they changed the different directors' vision and complete artistic vibe. That happens in this movie a few times to the point where it was kind of jarring for me, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? This is crazy. I don't get this at all. And I was just getting used to the CGI. So I didn't like that. And I know that it has to do with like classic Japanese storytelling, but that really bugged me. The storyline is actually really good, but I think it would work much better as a video game setting. Like Batman goes back in time to like feudal Japan, and it's kind of like an Arkham game, but it breathes new life into that. And I also really enjoyed the cast. I was really surprised to see Roger Craig Smith voice Batman, because I could swear it sounded just like the Bruce Greenwood guy, like the dude from Young Justice. But it wasn't. It was Roger. It was like, what? And Will from Batman Beyond is the voice of Red Robin and Red Hood. And Nightwing actually voices Alfred, which was weird. Overall, I would actually suggest people see the film. It's PG-13, so it's kind of violent at some points, but it's a very unique, full Japanese animated, storytelled, and like written by. It's not just American story with Japanese artists. This is full-blown Japanese, and it's a crazy anime. If you love battle animes and you like Batman stories and you want a different like kind of Elseworld storyline that kind of feels like it's set in the Arkham universe, then I would suggest that you guys check out Batman Ninja, which is actually out right now digitally and will be coming out on Blu-ray, I believe, next month. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Batman Ninja. Now, if I would give it a score, I believe in my video review I gave it kind of like an 8 out of 10. For this like audio review, because I watched it again, I watched the English version and the Japanese version, because you get 2 in 1 for the digital. So there's no like, bonus stuff. It's just American and then Japanese. The English dub is very different than the Japanese. The Japanese storytelling is... I think it's actually kind of a better version. And since I watch subtitled anime so much, I kind of preferred the Japanese approach to it. I thought the guy that got to play Batman was really cool, and the Joker was a lot better than the guy that they got. I believe the voice of the Joker is a guy from Arrested Development, and he had a cameo on Attack of the Show years ago where he was Batman on Batman Live, where the guy playing is Adam West and the other guy is Christian Bale. I can't remember the actor's name, but he is definitely a TV actor, and he did okay as the Joker. It was a very unique take on the character. It was a love or hate thing. I didn't hate him, but I didn't love him either in the role. So, I mean, there's that. But the Japanese guy was really good, like scary good. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I would give the movie like a 8 out of 10. So yeah, there you have it. Now, with this format of the podcast, it's going to be more structured. This is just the first episode, and there's always a lot of hiccups for first podcasts and stuff like that. So just bear with me. I had to explain what was going on with YouTube, and then I'll have other segments like we're going to be doing Nintendo news again, because Nintendo can't come after me here because it's just my voice. How you gonna claim my voice, Nintendo? So yeah. I really want to talk about a lot of stuff about Nintendo, but one segment that we used to do on game nights, which I had a lot of fun with, was called Now Playing. And Now Playing basically is a segment where I tell you the games that we're, playing. And I'm actually playing a lot of games right now. and having a lot of fun with it. One game in particular I kind of tried last night for the PS4. It's a mech game, and I was talking about it on my Twitter a little bit, which is at kNIGHTWING Reviews if you guys want to follow me. And the mech game isn't bad. I mean, I was kind of like, for a $20 game, this is not going to be like awesome or anything like that. It is a Japanese anime-inspired mech game. It's called Project Nimbus Code Mari for the PS4 if you guys want to check it out. I may be doing some gameplay on this channel because I don't think that it'll work well on the Let's Play channel. It's more of a... how do I explain this? It's kind of like an older aged version of Gundam. And Gundam is more T-rated anyway. It's not an M-rated game, but I'm saying some of the content is definitely for the older audience. And I really liked playing it. I only got to play it for about an hour so far, so you have to take my impressions for what it is. But for a $20 game, it's a cool combat game. I would say it's similar to Robotech Battlecry, mixed with a little bit of dogfight mechanics. It's pretty cool. So you can check it out. It's on the PlayStation Network right now. Thank you again to the developer for sending a code for me to look at. I really enjoyed it. And another game that we just played, we did a showcase on Regalia Royal Edition for the Nintendo Switch. That game was a lot of fun, but it has some language issues that we censored on the Let's Play channel, and sometimes we don't know what is fully going to be in the game, like when we do first impressions. So we were both a little disappointed by that. But the game is solid. It's hilarious. It has kind of like an ogre battle feel to it, more so than a Fire Emblem, like strategy stuff. So, I mean, if you guys really remember that type of like tactics RPG stuff, I think you'll really like Regalia Royal Edition for the Nintendo Switch. And it came out on PS4 and stuff as well. The other game that we're still playing is Ni no Kuni 2, which will be wrapping up, I believe, next week. There's going to be about like 45 episodes. We've done about 42, and we're getting ready to topple the boss. I just wanted to finish up getting to the 4th tier of the kingdom, because the game is beautiful. The story is fantastic. The gameplay is a great experience. It's done by the people who made, like, Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away. Well, I mean, the art style's like that. The original Ni no Kuni was done by those people. But it's a fantastic experience, and it just feels like you're being transported to another world. I really, really enjoyed that. And, of course, I'm playing Power Rangers Legacy Wars on a daily basis, and I'll be looking at a new character called Jen Scotts from Power Rangers Time Force, which she is a rare attacker. And I believe I have a video coming up later today on the Let's Play channel if you want to check that out. And of course, as a lot of you know, I opened up the Knights of Gotham group in Marvel Strike Force, and I've been playing that game a lot and releasing episodes on my Let's Play channel for that as well. And that wraps up the Now Playing section, so I guess I don't really have a mailbag at the moment, but you guys will be able to send me questions to my Twitter at kNIGHTWING Reviews, and we'll do it the old Game Nights way, where you guys can leave your comments below. If you have a question you want to ask me, I will answer it on the air, say your name, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I think that is going to pretty much wrap up the first ever Nightcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed the solo podcast here on the O1 channel. It's going to be a process, but there's going to be more skits, more fun, and just, who knows? Maybe I'll do developer interviews again. That was one of the things I really liked, but I'll definitely do recorded reviews and use my mixing board to have some more fun stuff. If you guys want to see skits, if you guys want all kinds of stuff, let me know. That's what the comment section is there for. So, hope you guys enjoyed the first ever Nightcast. Have an awesome rest of your day. And until we meet again, Gothamites, God bless and happy gaming. Be seeing ya.